Some people are going to be fascinated by you. I just picked up unwarranted. Unwarranted. Some people are going to be fascinated by you, and it might not be for reasons that you expect. Sometimes it could be in a loving way, and sometimes not so much. It's a confusing little feeling or a confusing little sentiment that some could have for you, because once they recognize who they're actually looking at and the type of energy they feel from you, when one sees your true capabilities, it's either they appreciate them and they love you for them, or they begin to compare themselves to you. Now, the ones that are able to separate themselves from you and just see you for who you are and just like what they see, and they're able to appreciate instead of hate, and they just solely focused on themselves, though, when it comes to, their energy, like they're happy with themselves. That's when somebody's happy with themselves, you'll see that have any room within them to hate. They don't have time for that. Like, they're not gonna have time to be focused, and even if they did have time on their hands, they wouldn't use it to be hating on people, because they know better and their intentions come from a space of love. Okay? Not lack, not these feelings of misfortune, these feelings of victimhood. All that hate, it comes from a really dark place that was never tended to. Okay? So you could tell who's who by their fruit. In this case, it's really their words, though. It's really their actions. How are their actions aligning with their words, What do they talk about? What's important to them? What topics do they do? What topics naturally flow from this person? That's also fruit. Okay? Because our words have power. So whatever we're speaking into the energy around us and within our own auric field, within our own life force, what does that entail? What is the context of a person? What is the context of a person is very important. That matters. And you can tell by what they talk about. When they express themselves, when they give their opinion, then you see who that person is. Okay, so it's like, pay attention. Pay attention, and you'll be able to see who is actually meant to be around you and who's a lesson. Because a lot of the times, you can get a lesson from both individuals, regardless of if they're someone who loves themselves or not. You can get lessons from anywhere, from everywhere, okay? If you choose to see it that way. So I feel like how this message is coming to me, I heard unwarranted, and it's like there's no grounds for this. There's no grounds for this. That's basically what unwarranted means. Like, what are the intentions? What is the reason? What is up with you and this fascination you have? Because it's like borderline delirious. And there's some people that you'll meet and they can make you feel uncomfortable, because what's going on with you? Why you want to know all that? Sometimes the questions people may ask may be a little, it could be intrusive. Like, it could make you feel like, why you want to know about that? That's the energy that I'm getting. Like, why are you asking me that? Like, what is that? And you'll just feel it immediately when you hear it, because you'll know that what are your intentions? Why are you worried about that aspect of my life? And sometimes it could be from people that just met you. Those are those unwarranted fascinations. And it could, this is the type of energy that could throw you because it could annoy you when you first recognize, because you're going to look at the person different at that point. It just feels very intrusive to me. It feels very intrusive and stealthy, just trying to stick around, like trying to, it's like figure you out, but there's nothing to figure. But what it really is like an envy and a jealousy. That's what it boils down to. And it could get weird. It could get weird. Like, say, for instance, somebody likes something that you have on, like, I don't know. It could be anything. Something that you have on could look expensive or look, I don't know, valuable. And instead of them saying that they like it, they would like it for themselves, but they don't like it on you. So it's like, oh yeah, that look expensive, or that look like this, like sideways type. Wait, what was that? Like a compliment, or you just saying something? You just want to see my response, like, it's like a weird little. What else could it be? Or they just stare at something on you but don't say anything. It's like these weird things that people that are envious and jealous can do. These people that have hate in their blood. So it's like Spirit wants you to be weary of these types of individuals because their fascination has no grounds. It's unwarranted. Okay, I didn't know why that word came to me, but how the energy is flowing to me, this is what it is. It's that energy that your haters are fascinated with you. And that's the crazy part about it, because people that are about their business and they're not worried about that, people that just want to do what they do, get to it, and get back to their personal life, they focus on what they got going on. They're not going to be focused so much on other people's things. And it's also not difficult for them to compliment. If you notice, individuals who have love for themselves and are able to appreciate others, it's easy for them to compliment others. But the other subset of individuals, though that's not really a subset, that's a whole different category. But the different category of people, like the people that have hate in their blood, it's always some sideways type comment. It be sideways. It's not direct. It's very indirect, and it's abstract in the worst way. And when you see that, that's an indication that this person is hating on you. It's like Spirit. It's weird that this energy is coming to me. It's kind of like Spirit wants many of you who don't notice these subtle things to notice. They're very subtle, and it will make you feel some type of way, but you might not know what you're feeling because you're not really there, and it just gets weird, and you just know that it feels weird, but you're like, what is this? And that's what it is. Okay. Yeah, it could also be I just picked up an energy on like how a person was raised. So if they have people that they were raised with who act that way, they could take on that character, and they kind of just like molded themselves into a hater because people around them are a hater. They hate on people on a regular basis. So it's like, don't allow this energy to affect you so much that you get thrown off. I don't know. This is weird energy right now that I'm feeling this morning, where it's like, I don't like to say morning anymore. I'm going to say on this good day. Okay. There's an energy on this good day that's like, it's cautionary. It's cracking open your third eye. Pay attention to these little things, because you'll recognize who's worth your time and who's not. Because some people just want to be around you to see like whatever it is that they could try to take from you, and then they try to be you, and it gets weird. It gets real weird. And you want to see the person for who they are. Like, who are you? I want to see you. I know who I am. Can I see you? Because I know you have something special inside of you, but you're so worried about other people that you're not even shining. You dull because you're too worried about other people's shine. And that right there is what really messes a lot of people up, because they don't do the work on themselves, and they have something special inside of them, but they can't even see it because they're too focused on people like you, who you've done the work and you've found your glow. So being that you found your glow within your own darkness, you can't help but to shine because you did the work. That's when you know somebody did the work. And even people that do the work still got more work to do. That doesn't mean it's over, but it's just you've gotten to the point of illumination, though. Now it's just about maintaining the illumination. That it just shines bright from within you. You know, so that's something that Spirit wants you to learn this so that you can act accordingly. So you don't get caught up in the midst of their energy, because that's not your energy. Okay, so that's it for this message. If you deem this energy is suitable to continue to walk with you in your spiritual journey, drop it down in the comments below. 8888, I declare this is an aspect of my love. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you're feeling my vibe, especially if this message does resonate with you. And also, you can join the membership here on YouTube to gain access to additional content, and I'll see you in the next one.